follow the food. They don't.
Yeah, we got a couple calls here. You know, the call,
Okay.
people want to talk to you a minute.
All right.
You want to continue or do you want to listen?
Well, let me say one more
okay,
thing.
go ahead.
Because
Caller will be right with you.
the third way of getting behavior that we use a lot is called shaping. And
Shaping.
that's the elegant one.
Okay.
And that means you get a little bit of behavior in the direction you want to go, and you pay off for that, and then you pay off for that
Keep
until they
moving
get
it along.
used to it, and then you escalate, and
Keep
pretty
moving
soon
along.
you're asking for something complicated.
Okay, there you go. Good morning, caller. Thank you for waiting.
Morning, Reed. How are you?
Wonderful. What's up?
I was just wondering if they would show us a couple more tricks.
Can you
Do you have any tricks?
Oh, certainly.
This caller wants to see a trick.
I love tricks because you want to do a trick, Jackie?
Let's do a trick. We're going to trick time.
And while she
Everything
gets
stops.
ready, I'll
Thank
say-
you, caller. Everything stops. We're going to do trick.
The trick is just going down the hall.
Trick time.
The great thing about training tricks is there's no pressure. You can take all the time you want, and it's not life or death, the dog, and it's not considered evil, anything the dog does. So, what do you got, Jackie?
How about, can you sit?
Yeah, we gotta get a shot of this.
Oh, he's getting there.
He's coming around. Here we go.
Can you
Okay.
give me a paw? Can you give me your paw?
And a lot of tricks have useful applications as well.
There you go.
Good.
A shape.
Can you
that's
go
a-
down? Can you go down?
Okay.
Very good.
Very well
job.
trained.
Oh,
There.
these dogs are
Good.
perfect.
Will he stay there now?
Of,
She?
of course.
She will stay there.
May you wait?
And she can put a
Wait.
treat out in front. I think you'll see a little of that on every... Oh, she's leaving the dog and going out of the room.
The dog's staying there.
The dog's staying there in a strange place with all these lights and cables around. She says, well, Ma told me it was okay, so I guess it's okay. But she'd probably rather not stay in here with us with Jackie down the hall.
Oh, she's a
What a
well-trained
good
little
girl
kid,
you
though.
are, yes.
Well-trained. What's her name?
I think this is Reba, right?
Reba?
Yes.
Yep,
We
this
got
is Reba.
Reba and Cinnamon. The other one's Cinnamon.
Whoops, here she
Oh, there
comes.
she goes. She's breaking training.
That's all right. It's proving she's alive.
She heard that I didn't have any treats on me as a reward, which is
she heard the
right, and she
the
heard
treat
the treat cap.
The treat
Yep.
cap.
Which is probably another
Now,
clip.
you don't use the old hot dog. You only use
She
organic,
uses
right?
fancy
I
things.
Organic
use, yes.
treats.
It's
Okay.
and they break easily. They're crunchy. They eat, and they're not a lot of calories.
What
And
are they made out of? You know,
these are turkey and cherry.
what?
Turkey and cherry.
Turkey is, okay.
And
They're-
cherry.
They're
You can let
organic.
her come, Shell.
But they're not veggie, though, right?
Some are veggie, some are peanuts, some are berries.
And here's Cinnamon.
Oh, Cinnamon says it's my turn, too.
Cinnamon
Wait.
said,
You must wait. You must wait. You must wait.
they're drooling and waiting.
Okay.
These are very good.
Very good. Very
What
good.
dog?
Girls.
Training.
Good girls.
Very good
Yes.
girl.
Well, okay, now you were talking about the three training things here. One is you wait. That's called capturing, right?
That's right.
And then the second one, you guide them, and that's called
Luring.
Luring. And the third one is you train them a little at a time, step by step. What's that called?
Shaping.
Shaping. And so now, how do you say a dog barks all the time? How do you stop them from barking?
Well, the first thing
you know,
do
they
is-
can cut their vocal cords off.
I wouldn't do that.
They do it.
I know.
I've heard of them doing it. You know.
I've heard of it too, but I don't think I've witnessed it.
I wouldn't like that. I don't
No.
think that'd be a good way to deal with a dog.
Actually, dogs in the beginning probably bark for good reasons. There's somebody at the door, there's a dangerous snowplow going past, there's another dog in the neighborhood. And I think the way you deal with it is to deal with it. If you go to the door and say, oh, okay, that's fine, well, thank you very much, we're through now, and most dogs will stop. But if the dog is left alone hour upon hour and little things get it started barking, I've heard that barking to a dog is kind of like singing in the shower to us. It
Oh,
feels
really?
good. So they keep on doing it unless we give them something else to do. But most dogs that are busy don't bark too much.
Okay.
Herding dogs are the worst, of course.
The what?
The herding dogs, the border collies,
Oh,
the
the
dogs
ones that-
like I
that
have.
bring the animals
because,
around, huh?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know, it works, so they do it. And
So
that's
they bark.
probably how
They bark a lot.
all training is kind of based on doing what works.
So you can't really say don't bark anymore.
Not-
That doesn't work.
Say bark shorter.
Now, if a dog bites, what do you do? Put it away?
Alexandra Kurland, who's famous in the horse training world, says, when the horse bites, the first thing you do is get yourself to safety. The second thing you do is sit down and have a cup of tea and think, what went wrong? And then the third thing you do is try to fix it.
You get a shotgun and blow them away, right?
Not me. And of course, there's a big difference in being bitten by your own dog and some
Yeah,
dog
right,
that's running
right.
loose.
Well,
But dog bites,
we had a friend that bit like crazy, bit everybody, and especially kids. Now, what do you do with a dog like that?
I don't know.
You know?
No.
He was a mean dog.
Well, maybe he lived with the wrong people.
Yeah.
But there's certainly not an all-purpose solution to all of that. You know?
There isn't really. I guess the only thing to do is just keep them chained up and boxed up or away from people.
Well, chain is a bad idea, you know. That's how you teach a dog to bite.
Oh, really?
That's how police dogs are taught to bite, the ones that have to do it in the line of duty. You fasten them with a leather collar so that it doesn't choke them and it doesn't let them go, and you fasten that leash to something and then you agitate them from the front till they're really, really excited. And then you let them go and their natural inhibitions are gone too. But most dogs are really good about not biting. Most dogs, even if they want to, they often go kind of like that.
A little love nip, you know?
Rather than puncturing, which they certainly could do.
Mort, you got somebody trying to get in. Somebody's on the phone trying to get in now. You got to let them in, though. Okay, so now...
Sounds like they're at the door.
So what are the basic training roles or procedures you have? Now, you train them, of course, to shake hands and lie down and everything, but this is not really part of the function of the dog.
No, most of the things that people want from their dogs, they want them to come when they're called. That keeps them alive long enough to train for the other things. They want them to walk nicely, both on and off leash, and that's high on everybody's list, and that's probably the hardest thing to train, because why would a lively, active dog that could be out running in the meadows walk with a boring person?
Right.
But we can get there. I think people want their dogs to greet people appropriately, to sit and shake and do things like that.
Not to jump up on them.
Or, in my case, the dog's perfectly allowed to jump up on me, but not until after he's done something else that I wanted him to do.
Okay.
He doesn't just come running up
reward,
and jump.
not just a thing.
And he doesn't jump up on strangers who might not like it.
You know, somebody taught me how you stop dogs from jumping up. You just knee them. You make a knee, and they bump into the knee. They can't get on you, and after a while they say, it's not worth it.
But you know, you can actually hurt a dog doing that too. I like to train them before they meet people, so that when they see a person approaching, the thing they do is sit and look adorable. And then once the person is there, they can respond appropriately. The other thing that people, I think, want their dogs to do is to behave around food. You don't want a dog that's going to jump up and grab his food bowl or knock it out of your hand, or bite you accidentally while going for food. So that's one of the first things we do. Did you see Jackie do this a while ago? Whoops, I goofed, darling.
That was a freebie. That was a freebie.
They learn to wait, not to grab. Look at her sit. Good girl. Okay, excellent. What a good girl. And that's not my dog, so she's not used to my methods exactly.
Yeah, I had a dog who used to be very possessive about his food. And if you grabbed into his dish, you know, like they have that hand they put when they're training dogs on the dog shows, he'd snap at you.
Well, that's one of the things we do. I just started a new class this week, and that's in their homework for this week. But instead of starting by grabbing something from them, we start, you have the dish in this hand, you have an extra good treat here. And when you put the dish down, then immediately you put your hand in the dish right by the dog's face and add something good.
Oh, okay.
And you do that for a whole week, so that at the end of the week the dog says, oh boy, that hand is coming in my dish.
And
he's not likely to grab the dish. And then for the whole 9 weeks of the course, we escalate that to the point that we can push or shove or accidentally step on his paw, because we want the dogs to be to the point that if somebody's 2-year-old is visiting and goes, ready, on! Crash, boom, falls on the dog while he's eating, the dog goes, oh, another distraction. I wonder what I'm going to get for that.
Okay, we got another couple phone calls.
Okay.
Here. Let's take one. Good morning, caller. Thank you for waiting.
Good morning. There was an article in the newspaper recently about a young man who put his hand in a parked car and was bitten by a dog.
A young man put his hand in food?
The one in Wegmans the other day in the car she's speaking about.
And he was bitten?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, I don't know very much about that case. I just know that lots of dogs that are perfectly gentle out in the world will bite you if you stick your hand in the car. And I don't know why anybody would stick his hand in somebody else's car anyway, but that's all I know about it.
That's why I was